not sure exactly what the stat story is. However, what it feels like to me is that we were very capable, but and especially early, we kind of set it up early with a fumble kickoff return, and when they had come to tie us, and then we were going to get the ball back to see if we could advance on them, and then we gave it right back to them, and they were able to advance on us, and that's how the game then took shape after that. And they took a little bit of a lead, and we came back and tried to make it a game, couldn't do it. Couldn't quite do it. Made quite a few good plays. I'm encouraged by a lot of that, but again, it's you don't win turning the ball over, and that probably was the main issue in the game.
Okay. We have Greg from Fox Sports leading us off.
Hey, Coach, those turnovers early on had them on the field a ton on offense. I think at one point they had 39 plays to your 11. Your defense did well to keep it close there, but how much of a drain was that to have them on the field as much as they were?
That's really hard. In our game, you field position starting points are usually pretty good, especially out on kickoffs, obviously. But also another factor is there's not a lot of possessions. So if you go 3 and out and the other team keeps the ball at all, and maybe they had it to start the quarter and you go 3 and out, they could literally finish the quarter. When you had 3 plays, that can literally happen. As a matter of fact, the game we played in last year, we had a ball a whole quarter. Remember that? Yeah. Yeah. I mean, so there are not many possessions. You have to take advantage of it. You need to get points just about every time, even if it's a field goal, and you need to match their kickoff returns. The kickoff return deal is a major, major impact play in our game, which is kind of fun, I think. It would look like fun for the other team anyway. And we've had our share of okay ones. We haven't busted one yet, but I think it plays a major factor in the game.
And Marshawn from Believe Land.
Marshawn Powers, Believe Land. Coach, you started the game out with Kyle. And Kyle, unfortunately had a turnover, but then you turned over to Dakota. 2 questions for you. Just how impressed were you that Dakota was able to come in and play a phenomenal game today for the team, and then Dakota, just to be able to come in and your number be called in the situation it was, just how well. I mean, how was the game plan towards you, and just how.
I wouldn't call it phenomenal by any means.
Well, let me start with that though. I think it's impressive, but not surprising. This guy spends the whole week preparing. So, and frankly, all of our guys do. I think that there is no lack of effort, no lack of preparation. None of it. That's why I like this group. I think that they really care and they work hard at it, and. Sometimes for me, first year coaching a couple of them, we had Kyle, but he never really played a year ago. So, I think that an issue of what's best to do, and I think Dakota is very versatile. Made some nice reads and runs today, made some nice plays with his feet, made some nice plays throwing the ball. I would say very much so that there was something to work on from there. I mean, something to build on from there.
Dakota, do you have any more to answer on that?
No, I mean, I just appreciated getting the opportunity and for Coach Riley sticking with me because, while maybe the stat line looks like it was a decent game, there was so much left out there, and really I had to dig myself out of a hole. There was early on in the first couple of drives, Coach Riley called a perfect game, and we had worked on stuff that all week, and it was open in the game, and I missed it. And so I just appreciated Coach and the team sticking with me and letting me dig out of that. And then we got going a little bit, but it took too long on my end. Really, as a professional quarterback, you got to be able to step in and just get going because that's what the team needed. And so I felt like we started getting going a little too late, and that's my fault.
All right, Angelo from New Jersey.
Coach Angelo Fioris, Fox Sports Radio, New Jersey. Only 15 rushes today. You started off looking like you wanted to really establish the run and then kind of got away from it. Was there something you saw that reduced the amount of carries, or was it just circumstances?
You know, I hate that stat line, actually. You know, I can't, when I look at that myself right here, I just go, what the heck, you know? That's not what I think is a formula for this team to win. But then, you know, then you're in the game and you see some stuff that you think we can do this and gain some yards and get some stuff going. So then you get stuck a little bit. It's hard. And so anyway, that's what it is. We need to get back. You know, we have at least a couple games here to establish our identity. And maybe with a couple of games, I don't know what's going to happen. I think we're probably a long shot, but it could happen that we could make the playoffs, and we can just keep building on who we are, but we need to really establish a good identity this week and go into the last couple games better than that with the rushing stuff.
Greg's going to close us out.
Mike, the good news is you're done with the Southern Division for the year. You guys went 0-4 against South teams. Pittsburgh, who was here yesterday, went 0-4 against the South. Is there some common thread you can point to for why that division has kind of had the upper hand this year?
No, I really can't. You know, I think that when you look at that, it might be the upper hand for sure statistically, but it's, you know, I mean, the Pittsburgh game was a missed field goal, and our game could have been easily a one-score game. I mean, it is just the teams that play the best that day. Now, I do agree the South they have better records throughout. They have all that, but I also do believe there's not that much difference.
One more question. Sorry, over here.
Coach, the defense did a great job keeping things at least close, especially down the stretch. Having Chris Orr back in the lineup, he ended up leading the team 12 tackles, couple tackles for loss. What could you say about having him back on the defensive side of the football?
Dakota just said it. He said, wow, the guy is a football player. He's a leader. He really is invested. Personally, he's invested in this team. You know, this is his second year. He is a really unique guy, player, person, you know, teammate, all of them. He's really good, right?
Yeah, and what the stat line won't show is the amount of pain he played through to play like that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's incredible, and those are the kind of things that are keeping the team together and keeping the team moving forward. And those are the things you rally around.
Excellent. Thanks so much, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Good luck next week.